Hello YouTube and welcome to AnTREXon Gaming. Today we're taking a newbie look at Valla, the ranged assassin lady girl with 2 crossbows in her hands. She has awesome DPS and she's really cool to play. So let me describe her skills, her abilities and her talents, and tell you about some of the better builds to play as her.
I stand ready. Prepare for combat.
Hey, look, this guy has a pig. That's awesome. That means he paid 20,000 gold to get this piggy bank. Alright, so what are her skills? You have something called Hungering Arrow, which basically is your main attack, deals quite a lot of damage, can hit other enemies as well, and you can upgrade this skill, so it kind of looks like this, but then it bounces around the enemies as well, and it can you can increase the number of enemies with upgrades. Multi-shot is another one of your main skills, and it's an arc that fires a bunch of arrows like that, and you hit all the enemies in that particular region. I don't know why I just used it. Oh, why did I do that? Then you have Volt, which does this. It's an escape / pursue skill that you can use whenever someone's trying to run away from you. And your trait is called Hatred. So this is basically a basic attack trait that what it does is every time you attack someone, you start hating them. And the more hate you have, the more attack speed and the more damage you do. So the more you attack, the more powerful your attacks become. So that's pretty awesome, right? So let's try this on Muradin. I also use this. And look at that. Look at us go. Use the arrow. And my hatred is already at 10. So there's no way he can escape now. So basically, your attack speed and attack damage increases the more you attack things. Let's take a look at her talent. So you have Punishment, which basically gives you 3 hatred stacks when you use your ability. This here, also I don't think that's very useful because you usually have 10 stacks anyway. This right here, each hatred stack increases attack speed by 1.5%. That's actually very useful, meaning that you can get 15% more attack speed at 10 hatred. Composite arrows increases the range of your multi-shot. Symphony arrow basically... Oh, just one. Okay. Sorry, got distracted. Wanted to kill them. This here returns some of the damage from Hungering Arrow as health. And this here reduces the mana of that particular skill. So I think I'm going to take this just to get more attack speed because it's a lot more useful. It gives me a lot more DPS. And I do use generic attack a lot more than abilities. Because for Valla, mana can become a problem. As can health, actually. You don't have a lot of HP, so you have to watch what you do. You have to run a lot. Run away a lot, I mean. She's also really good at taking down towers. Her DPS, because of all the updates of her main skill, basically give her a ridiculous DPS that she can then use to take down towers. Oh, Muradin, you're going down. You're going down. You're going down, buddy. Okay, maybe not. He jumped away. Well, someone's going down, and it better be someone like Malfurion. Okay, yeah, there we go. Next, level 4, we have Arsenal, which gives my multi-shot an upgrade that basically fires 3 grenades, which deals 72 AoE damage. So if you use this a lot, it's actually quite useful, especially for taking down minions. Puncturing Arrow increases the range of this attack right here, your Q button, and also the number of times it can bounce to 3 instead of 2. This upgrades your trait, giving you a little bit more damage. Every third attack basically does 50% more damage, so that increases your basic DPS for your basic attack. So, like for example, right now, I would be doing a lot more damage every third attack, which means almost like every second you do 50% more damage. Which actually is a pretty good upgrade to take. And this here is the only heal you get. So I usually take this because Vampiric Assault is a generic ability, but it's the only heal you get as this character. I think it's the only heal, from what I remember. There might be another one, there might be actually a first aid, which might be available later, but I usually just take Vampiric Assault because this is how I heal with this character. She attacks so fast that you can heal yourself in no time. So let's wait for our next talent to pop up, and this is going to be at level 7, I think it's actually the next level. And I'll show you what it is. So basically, yeah, as Valla, expect to use your main strike a lot more than anything else because it's actually very powerful. At level 7, you get Syrian attacks, which increases your basic damage as long as you use up mana. So it's not particularly useful as her because mana is a problem. Now, Repeating Arrow basically gives your Hungering Arrow, which is this here, a reset every time you use a Volt. So if you're pursuing someone, it's actually kind of good to take. but not particularly useful overall. max hatred increase movement speed with hot pursuit. So basically what this means is that when you get 10 stacks of hatred, you now start moving at 20% speed. Right now it's 10%, but you do get 20% with this particular upgrade, so it actually is quite useful to take. And then there's Caltrops, which is, it's a pretty interesting skill. So whenever you use Volt, it leaves behind Caltrops. So someone's running after you will, they will be affected by this, because what it does is it decreases their movement speed and does a little bit of damage. But overall, though, I think I would probably take this, because I do want to have more movement speed. So right now my movement speed has increased because I have max. Oh boy, oh, that was not a right ability to use. Okay, I need to go heal up, I think. Although I think I'm gonna use my, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna use my vampiric ability to just heal myself up, and let's see how fast I can do that. Right, so heroic ability, you have Strafe, which is actually really powerful. It's what I usually take because it's an ability that does tremendous AoE damage. And then there's Rain of Vengeance, which basically launches 2 waves of Shadow Beasts that each of them deals a little bit of damage and does 0.5% of stun. Now, I personally like Strafe, and I'll show you why when I get in the middle of someone, like right now actually. And Strafe. So look at that. Don't look at that. That was a bad example. Let me show it to you again. Basically what it does is you start shooting everyone around you really fast, and it does really high AoE damage in a circle that's about this size. That was probably a really bad example of it because I was low on health. But whenever they're distracted and attacking someone else and you do this, it actually does a lot of damage to enemy heroes. So look at that. Muradin has no okay. He had no chance of riding away from me until Zagara showed up. Because my speed now, because of 10 stacks, is ridiculously fast. So I've taken that update that gave me more speed. So now I can run after him, and he has no chance of running away. Almost no chance. Unless there's 2 of them, of course. But basically, with all of these talent upgrades, you become ridiculously powerful as an assassin. You become really fast. And right now I'm going to use my... If I can catch up to these guys, I'm going to use my heroic ability to show you what it does. I should probably just use one enemy hero to show it to you. Alright, so they're actually working as a group, which is really smart. There's 5 of them right now. So obviously we died. Let's look at level 13 abilities here. So Spell Shield gives you a little bit of defense against enemy abilities. Not particularly useful, and it's a generic ability. And as long as you're moving as Valla, you shouldn't really need to take that. Then this is another upgrade for your trait, and basically here, what this does is actually really awesome. Whenever you have 10 stacks, you start healing yourself. Basic attack heals for 3% of damage. Now this is you want to take for sure. This gives you a multi-shot slowdown. So if you want more crowd control, you will now slow down your AMS for 40% for 2 seconds. So it's actually also very useful. And this here increases your damage against heroes. But I prefer to take this just because it heals me. This heals me quite a lot, actually. Oh boy, go away. Let's get some stacks going so I can actually pursue these guys and go after Malfurion, because he's healing that jerk. And heroic ability, 1 down. Okay, only 1 down. Oh, I lost against Tychus. Alright, so heroic ability does quite a lot of damage. The more enemies there are around me, the more damage you do. The other one is more single target, and also has a little bit of a stun to it. So if you want a little bit more crowd control, take the heroic ability called Rain of Vengeance. But if you want more AoE damage, take Strafe. Then if you do actually want to pursue the single target DPS, take this here, Executioner, because what this does is every time someone is crowd controlled, so that can be stun or root or slow down, you will do 40% more damage against them, so it's actually quite significant. Tumble gives you additional charge for your Volt, so if you like to escape or pursue people, take that. Oh boy, they're very close to our Nexus now. And I just killed a guy with my heroic. not kill Muradin finally. And also healers, look at how fast I'm healing myself. That's awesome. Alright, so Blood for Blood is an ability that steals life from the hero and gives it to you, so it's a kind of a drain ability, also generic skill that many heroes get. And Stone skill gives you 30% shield, basically maximum health increase from the shield. But I do like to take this because I will now do a lot more damage against targets that are stunned, slowed, or crowd controlled in any other way. So as an assassin you want to take that. And let's follow the dragon and do some ridiculous damage here. Look at how much damage she does. It's almost like, I think it's like 600 per second and only at level 17. So her DPS against single targets is ridiculously high, which is why she's probably one of the best assassins. Her health is low though, as is her heroic ability, and Muradin is dead. No, he's not. Oh, he ran away. So as long as you're targeting one person, you can do some really crazy damage. And as you can see, I've just healed myself using nothing but my vampiric skill plus my upgrade to my hatred trait, which now heals me every time I shoot someone with my generic ability. Malfurion, you cannot run away from me, no! And you did. You totally did. Okay, so that was too fast, but let me show you the traits you get at level 20. So overall, this is a super fun assassin to play as, because she's relatively easy to play, she has ridiculously high DPS, and she's also very powerful. And these are level 20 traits that she gets. So Vengeance basically gives you even more damage, because now you'll be firing bolts that do 8 damage every 0.25 seconds. So that's like, what, 32 damage per second. This upgrades your other trait, which is called Reign of Vengeance, and here it increases the number of Shadow Beast waves to 4, so now you do even more damage. Basically it's double the damage that you did before. Nexus Frenzy is really useful, a lot of assassins get that. This increases your attack speed and attack range by 20%, so if you've been pursuing your basic ability increase, so that's what I was doing throughout my gameplay, this is what I would take, because now my damage will increase by 20%, so I will do ridiculously high DPS, and almost nobody will be able to run away from me because my attack range will have increased. I'll be able to pursue them with my hatred stacks at 10. If it's at 10, basically I get 20% running speed, and they won't be able to run away from me. And this right here is the generic skill that gives you teleport, so it's not particularly useful. I think this one is very useful, or alternatively you can take an upgrade to your heroic. Anyway, thank you for watching. This has been AnTREXon with Valla, the ranged assassin of epicness. Hopefully this video was helpful to you, and if it was, leave a like, leave a comment, and also check out some of the other Heroes of the Storm videos I've posted with other guides. Game you later, alligators. Bye bye.